Talmud Bavli, Masechtas Moed Katan 4a, which may have beneficial effects, extending into the 7th year, and likewise to the reaping of the 7th year's crops which mature in the post-sabbatical year. Says Rabbi Ishmael, it is purely a Sabbath law. As the plowing here forbidden on Sabbath is optional plowing, so the reaping here mentioned optional reaping. Outside this law is the reaping of the new barley for the Omer, which is a religious duty by ordinance. In fact, said Reb Nachman bar Isaac, Nachman ben Yitzchak, and received on tradition that the pre-sabbatic restrictions had their origin in halacha. This had reference to the permission of tilling for the benefit of saplings, whereas the texts are for the prohibition of old trees. But since halacha allowed tillage down to New Year for saplings, is it not obvious that old trees were forbidden? What we must say therefore is the halacha as basis for the prohibition necessary according to Rabbi Ishmael, whereas the texts serve as basis according to Rabbi Akiva. But Rabbi Yochanan said that Rabbi Gamliel and his Beth Din abrogated those restrictions on biblical authority. What was the reason? He deduced it by equating the term Sabbath, common to both the Sabbath year and the Sabbath of creation, just as in the case of the Sabbath day. Work is forbidden on the day itself, but on the day before and on the day after is allowed. So likewise in the Sabbath year, tillage is forbidden during the year itself, but in the year before and in the year after it is allowed. To this, Rav Ashi demurred, on the view that the restriction is a halacha. Can a gezer shaveh come and eradicate a halacha? And likewise, on the view that it is based on a biblical text, can a gezer shaveh come and eradicate a text? But no. Said Rav Ashi, Rabban Gamliel and his Beth Din concurred with Rabbi Ishmael, who held that the pre-sabbatical restrictions were based on a halacha usage. And when did the tradition of such halacha usage apply? During the time when the temple was still standing, like that of the water libation. But in times when the temple is no longer standing, the tradition of the halacha usage does not apply. But it may not be watered from stored rain, nor by that of a swipe well. It is quite correct to prohibit water from a swipe well because that is a rather extra trouble. And rainwater, what trouble is there by using it? Said Rabbi La, reporting Rabbi Yochanan, rainwater is prohibited as a precaution on account of the swipe well. Vashi said rainwater itself may sometimes come to be just as difficult to draw as the water of a swipe well. And they defer on statement of Reb Zera. For Reb Zera said that Rabbah bar Jeremiah, citing Shmuel, said the rivers drawing from adjoining water pools may be used for watering during the festival week. One master is in agreement with the statement of Reb Zera, while the other is not in agreement with the statement of Reb Zera. The text above stated, Reb Zera said that Rabbah bar Jeremiah, citing Shmuel, said that rivers drawing from adjoining water pools may, in fact, be used for watering during the festival week. Rav Jeremiah put all objection to him, Rav Zera, but not watered from stored rain, nor by that of a swipe well. Said Rav Zera to him, Jeremiah, my son, the Babylonian pools are like water pools, but do not fail. Mishkanotecha. Our rabbis taught ditches and pools, even though filled with water on the day before the festival, are debarred from being used from watering during the festival week. And if a canal passes between them, they may be used. Said the Rabbi Papa. Said the Rabbi Papa. Rafram Bar Papa. This is only provided that the greater part of the field obtains supply from the canal. Stupid guy, man. Because since its flow is continuous, the owner says, if the field does not get enough drink on one day, it will soon get its drink in 2 or 3 days. Our rabbis taught, Tanu Rabbanon, if a pool gets tricklings from an irrigated field higher up, it may be used for watering another field, but is it not going ultimately to give out, said Rabbi Jeremiah, for the present, at any rate, it is still trickling. Said Abiah, this is permitted only so long as the first source has not given out. It has been taught, Rav Shimon ben Menashe says, Manasseh, where 2 cultivated beds lie one above the other, one should not draw from the supply of lower to water the upper. Rabbi Lazar ben Shimon went even further, saying, even in one bed, if half of it is low and the other half higher, one should not draw from the low-lying part to water the upper part. Our rabbis taught, one may raise medallion for the vegetables if they are to be eaten, but if it is to improve their appearance, it is forbidden. Rabina and Rabbah of Tosfia were once walking on the road when they saw a certain man drawing buckets of water during the festival week. Said Rabbah of Thospia to Rabina, come, sir, put a ban on him. Said Rabina to him, but is it not taught one may raise for vegetables to be eaten? Replied Rabbah, do you think that this medallion means that one may raise water in buckets? No. What medallion means is